Hello everyone, and welcome to Seaview Quantum Network. I'm your presenter Daniel, and I'm here with producer Claudia Pareco. Our opening song features Sunset Serenade by Cyclone. Albums and singles are available in all music stores and platforms. A moment of your time is one of the most extraordinary gifts we could ever be given. Each week, we create a place for you to rest your heart by providing the platform for peaceable connection to the most gifted lightworkers, intuitives, alternative healers who will surprise you with something different, something outside of what's expected, innovative and unique. Our shows are held on Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern U.S. time and 9 a.m. Pacific time. At any moment to participate on our shows, please call 805-830-8344 and press 1 to talk with the host. Take my call. At any moment before or during the show, you can opt for Take My Call and jump the long line of callers. We are now following the pay what you can business model. You pay what you feel our services are worth to you. You can send a payment using paypal.me/PURECO and add the amount that you want. To request a show, please write to Claudia Pareco at cview1111@gmail.com or visit our website, cview1111.net. Now, close your eyes and get in touch with the present, the only reality. Feel your body, feel your breath, and let it drift back to the present moment.
Welcome, everybody, to Seaview. Today, we have the Ann Carter Psychic Medium Show with the episode of Tarot Card Reading. So, this is your producer, Claudia, and I am thrilled to have you join us today for a special class-type podcast. Our amazing host, Ann Carter, will be using tarot cards to provide insightful readings and guidance. During this session, Anne will explain how tarot cards work, what each card means, and how they can help you find clarity in different aspects of your life. Many of you are seeking direction in your career, maybe relationship, maybe family issues, or maybe you want confirmation that it's time to move to a different place. Well, the tarot is such a powerful tool that it can help you uncover the answers you need in practically every area of your life. To participate through this show and every show with Ann Carter, she's going to be coming the last Friday of every month. Please just give us your name when we call your number. We just need your first name and where in the world are you calling from. Remember, due to the high volume of callers, we can only allow one question per person, and only if Anne needs any clarification, she is allowed to ask more. But don't miss the opportunity to get your questions answered by the tarot and gain valuable insights. Just please kindly wait for your turn, and everyone will be talking to Anne, time allowing. So remember that summer is a special time to also have classes with Ann Carter. You can have many different types of psychic development classes. They can be in person, with Zoom, and other opportunities she's going to tell us about. Or you can go to her website, anncartermedium.com, where all is in detail, and you can just click and add your name to the class. So now let's welcome Ann Carter to her show. Thank you for being here, Anne. for this opportunity of showing how the tarot card readings work and have callers the advantage to have a little one-on-one mini reading with you.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you all for listening in. And I know we've got some people waiting to get some readings. I'm going to do my best to get to as many people as possible. I wanted to talk a little bit about what tarot cards are, the teeny bit of history, because there's a lot. But this started way over 600 years ago. It was a way to get clarity. It was a way to get answers and directions. Today, you can get tarot cards pretty much anywhere, right? You can go to a store, you can go to the bookstore and get them. The difference between what readers do and the decks that you guys could purchase, which, by the way, we can purchase the same ones, is that a professional reader is going to use the cards as confirmation, but they're the one who is reading you. The tarot cards, if you're new to this, you're really relying heavily on, well, what is the meaning of this card and how does this connect with what I'm trying to see? It can be overwhelming. So that's why I'm passionate about training people who are interested in things like tarot card reading or psychic development 101 or mediumship 101. There's a lot that's available. So I wanted to throw that out there. I will also let you know that there's 3 basic or top tarot cards that were created years ago. And most of the cards that you see today are based on interpretation from the artist who created them, but they most likely come from Rider Waite Smith creator. And this is the one that a lot of the readers who are doing this for, this is their career, they go to that deck and they go to the original, the origin, if I may. So that's what we're going to be working with today. And I'll be happy to explain the cards and anything you guys have questions about. So Claudia, let's get started. Let's start with our first caller.
Of course. So we're going to start with Wendy in California. And remember, Wendy, one question.
Okay. All right, Wendy, hi.
Oh, I'm so blessed to speak with you. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. What's your question?
I bought my first home on March 22, but it's not the best match for me. I have very strong realtor and I have a good mortgage man. I want to buy another house. Will this materialize maybe at the end of the year or no later than February of next year?
Okay, so you recently bought a house, but you're looking at another house.
I would like to buy another house, yes.
Okay, let me see what's going on here. It looks like, give me just a second. There's so many people on the call. I want to really focus in on you. So permission to connect with you, Wendy, completely.
Yes.
Thank you. And you probably hear the cards shuffling a little bit. When I do this as a reader, when the person's in front of me on a phone and Zoom, I need to connect with that person. And then I'm also looking for one particular card that pops up in the very beginning of the reading. And that image shows up when I'm shuffling. So, Wendy, with you, for example, an image that shows up for me is a 6 of wands. Now, and so when I start to use the deck, that 6 of wands shows up. I know that's for you. So that's another example of how the cards can be used as a support. So is this going to be by yourself, or are you going to do this with someone else?
All by myself.
Okay. It looks like that there is, I would say immediately the answer would be wait. Just wait for a little bit because the direction that's about to happen is actually going to the first house that you're going to see or that you think you're going to get, really look deep into it, because I'm getting the feeling and the sense of you need to wait a little bit longer. Wait until after February, if possible, or at February. But if you've got an idea of a house today, what I'm seeing is that there's like an internal battle of, should I not do this? I need to make a decision. But my question really is, do you really have to make a decision now? Could you wait? Is that a possibility?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Because I see that, I see more of the journey with you of why you're doing this. And it is beyond, it's more financial freedom, but you're making your own decisions and you're not stuck anymore, which, by the way, congratulations.
Thank you. And
you're very welcome.
My realtor is Geneva, but I'm thinking about going with Mark instead.
Okay, well, let me see if I can find out which one. Geneva, you said, and Mark.
Yes.
I would stick with Geneva. I know that's not what you were hoping for, but Geneva tends to have a lot more information, it looks like.
Okay.
Is Mark someone that you know personally?
No, he's on YouTube. He's very professional, very good, very likable. But Geneva is very assertive and very accomplished.
One thing about your realtor I would really stress is that you tell her what you really want and why you want it. Give the emotion and the reason behind it, and she's going to be charged to get what you want. She's very strong with ambition, and she does not quit. So I would have her working, it's just, you can't get her, I don't want her to push you around. She needs to work for you. So,
exactly.
Yeah. So just tell her what you want and why you want it. Get more personable, and you're going to get a lot better results. So I would just say wait for a little bit, give it this summer, settle into your new place that you have, and then start looking. It looks like there's other things that are happening, like, the market's going to drop a little bit to where it might be a little less expensive for you to buy a house in 6 months versus now. So really pay attention to that.
Right. That's why I was thinking of December, February of next year.
Definitely wait until at least next year.
Okay, I shall do so.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Are you continuing with some of the information on the course, or do you want another caller?
Well, let's go ahead and get the decision of the other caller and get her. Let me say hi, and then before I start with her, I'll just talk a little bit.
Okay. And do you mind if we jump all the way to Canada, British Columbia?
Do whatever you feel compelled to do.
Yeah, so we are Charlene from British Columbia.
Hi, Charlene.
Good morning. Thank you. Hi. Thank you.
Good morning. So as I'm connecting with your energy, and do I have your permission to connect with you?
Yes.
And the reason why I ask that, and this is for everyone else listening, is that I want to get the strongest connection with you as a medium, energy to energy, and have equal energy, so I can pick up other things that you need to know from your spirit. What it doesn't do, what I cannot do, is I cannot open your closet and look at all of your skeletons, because that's not the reason why, that's a wrong thing to do, and I wouldn't do it. I'm looking for answers to help you and your with your questions. So let's go ahead. Charlene, what is your question?
I have so many, but I'm going to stick to one as you requested, and in fairness to others. I have a short-term disability claim that I've disputed, or they've denied, and I've hired somebody to help me with navigating through that. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to receive that.
Okay.
Or is there anything I need to do? Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's take a look real quick. Okay, there is going to be celebration. That's exciting. At this point, there's nothing you can do anymore. You just have to wait. So apparently all of the paperwork, everything that you needed to get done has already been done. It looks like that it's going to be, you're going to be, it's an announcement, and I would say definitely yes. Definitely yes. Now, it's going to take about, it's going to take a little bit of time to get that money to you, but it looks like it's going to be more of a lump sum instead of a monthly thing. Or if it is a lump sum, the first one is going to be quite large. 5 to 7 months. Is this short term? Is this like a 7-month thing, or is this a little bit longer?
Well, I haven't worked since September of 22. So, and I'd put in the claim, I think it was in around spring. I can't remember exactly. There were so many things going on. It was in around spring time, and then I'd been denied. Then I'd put in another one, denied again. So then I hired somebody to help with it. So, so potentially a lump sum, and I'm,
Yes, it is going to happen, and it's as far as the announcement has not been revealed yet. It might be. I'm seeing the number 5. So is it 5 days, 5 weeks? I would say it's within a little over a month. So this is end of June. So by the end of July, beginning of August, you should have an answer, and it would. I see yes, it's going to be approved.
All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much.
Shirley. And do let us know how that goes.
Yes, please. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, please find me, Ann Carter Medium, and I will. I got like a bluish teal lotus as my image, kind of like my thing. So definitely, if we're not friends, make sure we are, and let me know how it goes. Let me know that I read you on one of the shows. So thank you. All right, let's take another one.
Okay, so now we're going to go to Alabama, and we're going to bring Patricia to the show.
Hi, Patricia.
Hi, ladies. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking my call. I'm calling from Alabama.
Okay. And so, Patricia, what's your question I can help you with?
Yes. Like the last caller, I have so many, but of course I know it's only one. And so I want to ask about a gentleman that I have by the initial of W. I've been knowing him for over 10 years plus. We've done community work before, and that type of capacity, just community work. And so here, within the last 2 years, we've come across each other and started out as friends, and somehow we are closer than that. It's an intimate relationship now, and I just want to know, is he a possible mate, long-term mate? And is he really genuine, or is there someone else?
Okay. Let's do it. So do I have your permission to connect with you, Patricia?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so Patricia, you are wide open, which is nice for mediums and psychics. We all like that because your spirit's like allowing me to just jump in. And you might be feeling a little tingling, a little lightheaded, a little coolness. That's possible. You're feeling that?
Yes.
All right, that's just my energy connecting to yours, and that makes it a stronger reading, right? So I love that when it happens. What I want you to do is think about this gentleman, and what I'm going to do is actually do like a relationship spread. This is something that I created, and a lot of psychics do that, right? So they'll make their own spreads based on how they want to read. And so I want to hear the story. I like to get the story of, you two, and what's your outcome. Does that sound good?
Yes, thank you.
All right. And so I also, for the people who are on listening and you're also readers, I wait to hear the number of shuffles that I need to do. And you need to be connected and you need to be spiritually grounded before you do a reading. Okay. So there's two different kind of personalities. I need to figure out which one's who, if it's you or if it's him. Which is the one that tends to have more internal battles, one that struggles with a decision or possibly has a hard time making a decision? Would that be you or would that be him?
Oh God, wow, that could be me sometimes. So, that could very well be me.
Yeah, if you're overthinking it right now, it's probably you. And it's not a bad thing, but it's something that's recognizable that only you would know. Okay.
Yes, I'm definitely an overthinker.
Yeah. All right. So one of the things that you do like about him is his intellect and how he thinks. You always admired that. But it seems like, are you afraid to talk about your feelings to him?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you are his world. He sees you as someone very, very important, right? But and so when you're not talking to him, it kind of makes him wonder, what's going on. So if you don't change anything right now, if you leave things as it is, if you didn't get a reading and things just kind of happen the way it is, you guys will be doing some work together. And I think you mentioned that you guys did things together, like volunteer stuff. But that's going to continue. However, you're going to be worrying about him, wondering, and you had asked if he's going to be honest with you, right?
Yes.
There is a sense of deception that he naturally falls into because he's protecting himself. And so you have to always say, well, if that's happening, I'm going to drop him like a hot potato. However, always ask why. Why is it that he is deception? Why is it that he might be concerned or afraid to tell you his truth? So the first thing you can do is to start opening up to him, while at the same time, you've got to keep your heart protected and your finances. I just saw a couple of things that popped up as a little bit of a red flag. I one of the things I do a lot of things during readings, but I promise that I will get you exactly what I see, hear, and feel. Because, sometimes if a reader sugarcoats it too much, it can get, the meaning is lost.
Right.
But the big thing I would say with you is trust your instincts, first of all. He does like you. There is definitely, he's showing that you're his everything right now. He's making that feeling for you. Go deeper in this relationship when you're ready and lay all the cards on the table. No pun intended, but absolutely is intended. So you lay everything out and say, here's what I'm feeling. Here's what I'm thinking. I want someone who's going to be honest with me, someone that I'm going to be enough for him. And I would lay it all out because he does have a tendency to cover up things and to protect himself. He's been hurt. He's been hurt before. Does that help?
Yes, that is spot on for both of us. Wow.
I know.
Thank you, Anne, so much.
You're very welcome. And in addition for you is that I would get in a place that you can start opening up because your guides, there's a guide that's like jumping up and down and saying, I'm ready to work with her. I'm ready to work with her. And it's just the simplest things to start off first, like set your intention of what you want. And I say this a lot because it's a really simple and easy method of connecting or seeing when your guides are connected. On your way to the grocery store and when you get in the car, I want you to think about finding the best parking lot that you want. Is it up front? Is it right by the front door? Is it on the left side or the right side? Whatever it is, I want you to say it out loud and say, I want the best rock star parking lot in that grocery store, and then drive straight to the grocery store, pull up to wherever you are expecting to park, and you will see that spot is going to be open for you. The more you do that, yeah, the more you do that, the more you're like, oh, wow. And that's for everybody here on the call. So thank you so much, and I'm glad I was able to help to give you some clarity.
It sure did. Thank you so much. Many blessings.
Oh, many blessings.
And I look forward to speaking with you again and give you an update on what happened.
Absolutely.
Thank
you. Like I
you.
said, if we're not friends on Facebook, let's be friends. I'm on Instagram, but I'm really not that good at figuring out Instagram. And I know that half of you guys are probably laughing, but y'all know what it's like. It's new for me, so I have to get my kids to help me with that.
Yeah, no, I don't like Instagram as well. So I'm with you, girl. But Facebook is very easy, and for all of us that make Facebook our friend, just check Ann Carter Medium on Facebook, befriend her, and just come back next month and let us know. So you want to go to Ohio or Colorado? Oh, and we have California, another one.
Let me do Ohio first, and I also want to just share with you guys real quickly that hang on to the end, because I do have a special announcement. I haven't even told Claudia this, but I want to offer something special to everybody who's listening. I want to do something special for you guys. I feel compelled to do it, so I'm going to do it, and I'll tell you in a little bit. So hang on. Let's go to Ohio.
Okay. Chilton, Ohio.
Hello. Hi, what's your first name?
Filson.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Filson. It's like Philip and son.
Oh.
Filson.
I like that. That's a great name. I love it. Okay, so what's your question? What can I do to help you?
Is it general okay, or is that not okay? Or
you can
like
do general, but like if you ask a general question, you're going to get a very much of a general answer. So the more detailed question you can give, there's a lot more information I can get back to you. So I'm going to leave that up to you.
Okay. Well, my question is, I'm experiencing a lot of changes in my life and changes with people that are close to me that I care about, and I'm having a hard time dealing with it emotionally. So if they can give me any advice regarding that, or if it might get better or anything like that.
Okay. Well, let me permission to connect with you?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so what I'm going to do is go in and see if I can pick you up. Energetically, I can see if I can find you. There is definitely some depression around you, because that's a barrier that tends to happen with a lot of people who are seeking, a psychic or a medium. So what I want you to do is think about your life for just a moment that's happy, that you're laughing, that you've got joy in your heart. Even if you can't remember, make it up. I want to see more. There you go. You did it. Okay, good. Because once you have that lighter energy, I work on a lighter level. It's easier for me to get information. So it's the same kind of concept when I'm looking for like a missing person, or if there is a suicide situation. I have to do the same thing. Like, you guys need to think lighter so I can get more information. All right, one more. Okay, are you living with your father right now, or is there a masculine or a male figure happening?
My brother I'm living with.
You're living with your brother. Okay, is he older than you?
Younger.
Okay. All right. Well, that definitely showed up. One of the things that I'm seeing, and I can see why you're stressed out. For one, you're not recognized for what you do bring. I felt like you always are the one that was forgotten, left out, unimportant, Doesn't matter what you think or what you say. And that's one of the reasons why acceptance is so, so important for you. I do see that you came from a place, and this could be you or this could be someone else close to you, that there was the addiction of some sort. Too much drinking, smoking, or whatever it could be. It's too much of something, and that it could just pull you down. Your weakness is completely weak. You're at a place right now that you do feel trapped, and I want you to remember this. You're only as trapped as you think you are. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. You're only as trapped as what you think you are. The Eight of Swords, and that's a card that you got, like what's the current situation, is someone who tends to be closed off, doesn't want to hear anything else, doesn't want to, if I don't look at it, it didn't happen. And you really want to get to the place that you could start seeing clearly. The good news is that things are working out in the bigger picture for you. And it looks like I don't think this is your brother, but there is somebody else that you're looking to, a teacher of some sort, or possibly someone that you're looking for. Like I see this with teachers or ministers or doctors, someone who's got an education that, or the message that is like a structured education, a structured religion, a structured something that looks like it's coming in. And that's going to happen. So at the meanwhile, I know finances are hard, and I know that there's a lot of things that's coming your way. But the biggest thing I would say is change the way you're thinking about things and look for the lighter side instead of thinking about how much of a hole that you're in or that, how you're living. I definitely get out of that energy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Does that help?
Yeah, that does help. And just to confirm what you were saying, I think the man that you might have been picking up on, because you said addictions, maybe that was an ex that had a lot of addictions.
Yeah, it was the past, but it was definitely something that's influencing you. Like it's definitely something that's still in your energetic field, even though he's gone. It still affects you.
Okay.
So, awesome. Let me do one more thing because I want to see now that you've done, what happens is a lot of time people change their minds or their thinking just alters and shifts a little bit. And I felt that with you, which is a good thing. Your spirit's like, yes, yes. And so I'm gonna look at doing one more thing. All right. So the celebration card came back out again. So now that you've gone through this, there is more light around you. You are going to be opened up a little bit more to possibilities of the good energy and manifesting good stuff. You feel stuck. You don't have to feel stuck. So it is going to change. It is going to change, but it's you that's going to do it. You get to do this, which is going to really make a difference in your outcome years down the road.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And thank you for calling.
All right. So thank you so much, Claudia, for bringing her on. I know we've got a couple more people, I think. So
we have plenty.
Okay.
You want to know how many people you have? You have Colorado, you have North Carolina, California, Connecticut, and Florida. And we have many people listening. The only way that I know that you want to ask a question is you press 1 on your phone. Otherwise, you're just listening, which is fine because we're learning a lot with you then. So from all of those states.
Does Colorado, do they have a question?
Yes, all of them have
right.
The ones that I mentioned are questions. So we're going to bring, guess who? What a beautiful name. We're bringing Anne from Colorado.
Oh, well, hi, Anne.
Hi.
Do you spell your name with an E or no E?
I'm an E for sure.
Okay, well I'm without an E, so it's nice to meet you. All right, so what's your question?
I had a very specific question, and kind of a crazy thing happened this morning. I opened up my washing machine looking for a pair of pants, and it was like a dime fell out of my ear. Like I saw the dime go past my eyes and fell on the floor on the bottom of the washing machine. So that was, I usually, dimes I find around, but nothing that like falling from my head, So if there's a specific person, relative that's passed, or anyone that sent me that dime, or any messages you get from that?
From the dime. Okay, so that's interesting that you talk about coins and dimes, because that's one of the many signs that people look for to connect with somebody on the other side. Sometimes it's pennies, sometimes it's different for everyone. So my question to you is, when you saw that dime, did you see a face, a name that popped in? The first thing that popped in?
My dad's dad, my grandfather.
Okay, your grandfather. Okay, so what I'm going to do is either a yes or a no answer to find out, was that your grandfather, yes or no? Because, sometimes as a medium, what I would do is go straight to your spirit and to get clarity. But because I'm using tarot, I want to use that medium to help.
Okay.
So is that your question? Is your grandfather looking for you?
No. What is his message?
Okay. All right. Permission to connect?
Yes, thank you.
All right. So my ears just popped a little bit, and that could be the elevation where you're at, but I'm also in a high elevation, not as high as yours. I'm in Black Mountain, North Carolina area.
Okay.
But yeah, the pressure just shifted a little bit. So, did you know your granddad?
I did not. He died before I was born.
Okay. Let's go. I want to do one more. And as you guys can hear it shuffle, there's no way I can make it quiet. So I apologize. All right. Granddad. Is this your granddad? Give me just a second. So I'm doing a full Celtic cross spread on you, because I just feel compelled to do more, like there's more there for the story. Okay. Did you just recently move or get a new place?
Yes and yes. I mean, I moved, and I also moved for my work.
Okay.
So I have a new permanent address, and I'm always moving around.
Okay. Well, so that's the first thing that popped up, is when I connect with you and then look at the cards, I could see that there's a physical move that you did. And for anyone who reads tarot cards, there's very specific cards that will show up. In addition to that, if you're a clairsentient, or you're able to sense and feel things, touching the card will give you more clarity around, is this a physical, spiritual, or mental move? And so I did get physical, but I also have a shift of mental as well. Like it's lighter around you. It feels better. The other thing is that you have all the tools that you do need moving forward, whatever this job or this career might be. It looks really good. As far as your grandfather, he does pop in. But he doesn't know you. And it's not a guide, and he's not an angel, but he does see you as an angel. Like he sees you as precious.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know if there was a lot of girls born in his family, but it just seems like you specifically is he's keeping he's keeping his eye on you. Not that he can do anything, not that at all, but he is a spirit that was a human being. He has the same emotions like he had when he was here. He's still the same personality. So I would say, yes, he's here. And I would also say, you're doing a lot of work. You're doing a lot of action to really get where you want to be. And I just want to acknowledge that and say, you're doing awesome. and your career and your movement is a very good thing for you.
So I am having so much insomnia the past month that anything about it's starting to affect my daytime, and I'm like forgetting things or dropping things because I still have to wake up and work the next day, and I feel like I'm kind of never fully resting. So anything about shutting my mind off or deeper rest or...
Yes. So one of the things that I looked at and pulled was the 7 of Wands. And for anyone who's listening who does read cards, you kind of know, like, whoa, okay, this could mean a couple different things. And it is reversed, which means it's not aware, or maybe you're overcoming something. Your brain does not shut down. It's a constant... You're constantly thinking. And the 7 of Wands is basically you're feeling everything that's coming at you all at one time. And it's really, really hard for you to slow that brain down. I also see that whatever job that you do, you're constantly thinking about it to help it, like to create it. I do also, okay, so when you sleep, are you dreaming? Do you remember your dreams?
I did last night. I mean, usually it's around 3. I do the classic wake up at 3 a.m.
Okay.
And then that dream between like 3 and 6 is, I usually remember that dream before waking up.
Well, first of all, get a notebook so you can start writing down things, even if it doesn't make any sense and it's weird and you only remember part of it. Write down what you remember. The other thing is you're waking up at 3 a.m. And in numerology and also in the spirit world, that is where the number of 3 is communication. Yeah. The number 3 as far as time, 3 a.m. and 3 p.m., if you think about it, you probably are wide awake at 3 a.m., but you're exhausted at 3 p.m. You get exhausted. It's like the veil is switched with you. What that means is that spirits are trying to communicate with you when you're unconscious. So your mind is no longer leading, your thoughts. It's that your mind has rested, and now the spirits are talking to your soul, to your spirit. I have a question for you, and then we got to get going. Do you ever feel like you're sleeping and all of a sudden you jolt to wake up? You're like your body, it just jolts in bed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And this is for everyone. When that does happen, it could be a physical thing happening in your body, but it also could mean that you're traveling during the night. Your spirit travels. And so when your spirit returns back to your body in full, it kind of gives a shocking jump to your body, an uncontrollable jump. So it could be that you felt that right before 3 a.m. and now spirit's trying to communicate with you. Next time you wake up at 3, sit up calmly, don't start overthinking, and just ask, what is it that you want to tell me? And then you got to go back to sleep, and you probably will get your answer through the dreams. Okay?
All right. Well, thank you for taking the time. That was great.
Very welcome. Very welcome. Okay, let's do another one, Claudia, and then I'm going to make my surprise announcement for everyone who is on the call.
Okay, so we have Florida, Connecticut, California, North Carolina, and a 770 area code. So,
okay, let's do Connecticut, and then of course I also want to do North Carolina. That's my home state. But let's do Connecticut, and then everyone else still hang out, okay? Because you're going to like this announcement.
And
hello.
We have Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Hi. Thanks for taking my call. I'm wondering if you do other people, like family members, i.e. my son's birthday today and his wife.
And his wife?
There's an issue going on, and do you do other people, or is that against what you...
No, so here's what happens. This is my experience. So you call, you are wanting the reading, I can connect with you, okay? But if there's people around you that pop up, it's because their spirit is allowing that to happen. In some cases, they're blocked. If they're blocked, if they don't talk about things physically, they're probably not going to talk about things spiritually.
Okay.
So there's a
thank you. Mm-hmm. I will ask about myself. Okay, so I'm going through lots of changes, really hoping to turn the corner in my life at age 70 and start to really reap some rewards. I've been ministered to for almost 2 years, and that's really profound. I've got 2 goals this year, which actually started last year, was one, health, and I had a very mild stroke in 21, and it's really kind of confusing because, you don't even know when a stroke's going to come up, so you really don't know how your health is. And so I'm trying to find my way with health and also trying to find my way to God.
Okay.
And both issues, there's, I just learned from the minister, it's not an issue of discipline, it's an issue of, I think maybe he said self-control.
Okay. Well, let's see what we got. Do I have your permission to connect with you?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, because there's a lot going on, and I want to get you some information that can help.
Thank you.
Okay. More. All right. So first of all, what I'm looking at is your, like your spirit. What's going on with your spirit? Because you mentioned religion and ministered and a higher calling, or what's my purpose, or what's going on with the rest of my life, right?
Exactly.
So the first thing is, okay, you're intuitive, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and you probably, and that could be based on what your spirit wakes up, your spirit leads you. There's thoughts that pop into your head and you're like, where did that come from? That's from your higher self. That's from the soul that resides in you.
Yeah.
So that's really good. What you want is, like, I see the 10 of Cups, and 10 of Cups represents the completion of fullness of love and emotion. And so that's no doubt. Did you want to move? Are you moving, or did you want
to? Oh, gosh. I don't have the finances, but I am praying that I'm out of this little apartment in the city sometime. I miss nature. I'm hoping my way would be through, a partner and love relationship. I've been single for 35 years. There's so much, that I'm hoping to change.
Okay.
I someday, within the next couple of years, I would love to be somewhere else.
Okay. Well, and that definitely came up pretty strong with you, and really seeing what's out there. So if that showed up, if I picked up, hey, I know you want to move, it's a possibility that alone, the desire alone, is going to help you. Here's what I need to tell you. As you're going through learning and ministering and, searching for God, keep in mind that you always want to check your feelings or your beliefs with your spirit. Because sometimes you're going to hear something that you go, you know what, that just does not resonate.
Exactly.
So use your own gut feeling, because you are connected. You do have Christ-like energy around you, right? And you just felt that. Your spirit just went, yes, because I just felt it too. I felt the goosebumps and everything. So keep in mind that don't be trapped. Don't get stuck in one way of thinking. Is it your children or grandchildren? Do you have any around you at this point?
I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I guess maybe, yes, there's a big, I'll tell you what's going on. I adore her. She's one state away, and my daughter-in-law has cut back the visiting, chiseled it down to nothing, and it just broke my heart. And right now I'm just keeping my mouth shut. I don't think my son's aware, and I'm just sort of waiting on God to help me through this, because I'm angry, and I can say hurtful things. And I, fortunately, after I think for a while, I just stop. Don't say anything yet. Don't say anything yet, as much as I want to.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I did another pull on a spread on that, and your daughter-in-law does wear the pants in the family. Your son does not. And what you want is a complete love, like a chest full of love and kids and grandkids. And I see that really strong. But the way to get to your grandkids would be to form a relationship. Somehow or another, find something good with the wife and make sure that she can hear it, because there is, she needs to be recognized. There's throughout her life, and she is wide open. She needs to be recognized for what she does, her contribution. I know it seems like it's never enough, but she was completely empty as a young person about emotion and feelings and acceptance. So I would say work with her, like do your best to try to.
You know what? I'm sorry to interrupt, but for 6 years I have worked so hard and so generously towards her, and she's just cutting me off to almost nothing.
Did you ever ask her why?
She's not the kind of person to confront, and she is so sort of OCD controlling. There's not even barely a minute to talk.
Right. All right. Well, I would suggest that, I know that you've done a lot of different things to really try to get through to your daughter-in-law. What I visualize and what I see is that you're going to her calmly and talking about, I really would like to have a relationship with you, my son, and my grandchildren. What is it that's happening that's keeping you from letting me see? Be honest with me. And I think that tends to open up more communication with you both. So best of luck there, and love and energy. And again, just make sure that you trust your intuitive self on what you believe in and what's out there, because you do have Christ-like energy around you. I love it. Okay, so Claudia, do we? Let me do one more, but before I do, I want to go ahead and make an announcement. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone who is on this call, if I already gave you a reading or you're waiting for a reading and you just can't get through, if you go to my website and put, under contact me, you put your name, your email address, or whatever, I will get an email. If you would just put in the comments, I saw you or I heard you on the radio, let me book a reading. I will give you $50 off of an hour reading, which is really, it's a big thing. And we go into depth of clarity or answers and questions and questions and answers, and really give you a full, helpful reading. If you are wanting to take that, to take that as run and go with it, definitely go onto my website and Carter Medium. Put your information. Let me know that you heard me on Claudia's radio, internet radio, and I will give you $50 off your full hour reading. How's that?
That is awesome. So we have Florida, and I don't see North Carolina, but I see this. So we have Florida. We have an 828 number, 770 number waiting. Does any of those call you?
Let's do 828, and then with Florida and the other people, just send me go on my website, and I'll see what I can do. Okay, so let's hear from 828.
Okay, 828-896. Welcome to see you. Can I have your first name and where are you calling us from?
Hey, Ann and Claudia. This is Mary, and I'm grateful to connect with you again, Ann. I want to know about my relationship with Joe. We're seeing each other as friends occasionally. I would like to know what you see, if our relationship is going to develop more beyond friendship, or just what's in store for coming up with my relationship with him.
Gotcha. All right. So permission to connect with you?
Yes.
Perfect. What I'm going to do is a relationship spread to see the story of you guys and what's the outcome. I did this earlier with somebody, so if you were listening, then I'll just do a, who's who. Like, I'll do 2 cards that represents the personality. Which one is the free spirit one? The one that is really lighthearted and free spirit.
Well, he's an adventurer, free-spirited adventurer. So, okay.
All right. Did one of you just recently start a new job, a new position, a new project?
No, we're both retired.
Okay, so with the retirement, though, it doesn't mean it has to be a career. It's either career projects, aspirations, things that you do.
No.
Okay. Give me a second here. Okay. With Joe, it looks like he came from, either you or him, one of you came from a broken heart before. But the outcome is the King of Pentacles, which really talks about kings and queens and knights tend to be people for me when I do readings, 90% of the time. The other thing is it will form into a new relationship. You did get the Ace of Cups. An ace is a new beginning. And cups represents emotion. So I would definitely say it's happening. And you're just going to have to let it happen in its own time. Enjoy what you have. Make sure that you guys are equal with energy, that you're responding to him as much as he's responding to you. Otherwise, if you do too much, it might sway him away. But I do see it's happening. I do see definitely the relationship is forming as you speak. So enjoy it. It sounds like it's going to be good.
Okay.
All right. You're very welcome. Claudia, I know we have 3 more minutes. I'm going to let you decide. Is this something we can do another quick reading, or what should we do?
Yeah, let's bring Michelle from Florida.
Okay, Michelle. All right. Hi.
Hey, I'm so thankful you took my call.
Yay, me too. So what can I help you with?
Well, I went through a split up, and I just don't even know which way to go. I'm just, like, kind of down and out, and I'm like, what do you see that's going to happen? I live on a boat, and my son mentioned, am I going to sell the boat and travel around in my camper? I mean, I thought about it, but I'm like, I love living on the boat, so I don't know if I should sell it, because I'm not going to be able to afford insurance on it, which is like $2,000 a year. Okay. I don't know what to do with my life right now.
Permission to connect with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see what's going on. And I think you're way cool because you live on a boat. That would be like a dream of mine. I would love it.
It is a dream. I love it.
Okay, one more. All right. So what I'm going to do is a general, like to see what's out there, because a lot of things are happening. So right now, you got 2 10s. 10s represent completion. The first one is you're done with the way you're thinking, emotion, as far as what's happened to you. You're ready to move on. There is a decision that you've already made, and it's not been announced yet, but there's for you, but you've already made a decision, which we're going to get into it. The other one is finances, like why, I need to make sure that I'm dealing with finances. The outcome is going to be, I don't see you moving. I don't see you physically moving anytime soon. But I do see you doing more work with finance planning with someone younger. I don't know. I think you mentioned your son. If some kind of financial support, not support, but knowledge, someone's going to help you. You also got the strength card that represents your own personal strength. So what I see is that your skies are clear, the sea is calm, and it looks like you're staying, somehow or another, you're staying close to water. You really are. I don't see you changing or moving anytime soon. So I hope that helps you.
My spiritual energy is at the water.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Well, thank you so much. And Claudia, I know we're hitting our time, and I'm trying to be respectful, so I hand it over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you everybody for listening. And can you let us know again, how can we contact you and get advantage of that $50 off?
Okay, so the best thing to do is go to my website, Ann Carter Medium, ANNCARTER Medium, MEDIUM, .com. And you'll see a picture of me. You'll see, like, if you scroll down, it says Contact Ann. That will send a direct message to me. And just let me know that you were listening and that you were waiting to get a reading. Or if you already got a reading, you want an in-depth reading, we'll do the $50 off. And also, anybody who is still listening or who are interested in psychic development classes, check out my page, Classes. I do in-person classes. I do small Zoom classes, like no more than 8 people, so I could really get to work with the people who want psychic development, and also tarot card classes. So thank you guys so much.
And thank you, and have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Bye, everyone.